say, you're not supposed to say, Tommy has two daddies, right? Just say, Tommy's dad's John and Tommy, but the same is true, I think, in terms of the work that we're doing and how we're thinking and how we're coming to these conversations of even gender, right? We assume and take up the canonical versions that our parents gave us around Adam and Eve, or the double Dutch scene as a girl's play, right? We just accepted that as common speech and as common sense. And I think we have to disrupt our kind of commitments to the common senseness of Blackness.
Yeah, and just to sort of echo both of my panelists, I think there's a illegibility, of course, of Blackness in institutional spaces in its entirety. And I think a lot of that illegibility also leads to a lot of us feeling suicidal ideation. I've had a lot of students over the past, especially the past 2 years since COVID, send me things about feeling like they need to self-harm themselves. People have been really struggling. And so how do we really think and talk about that vulnerability in these institutional spaces? How do we talk about that trauma? How do we talk about the fact that not only are academic spaces unsafe in terms of archiving our materials, or in terms of allowing for multiplicity of families, including queer families, but are also really violent spaces, right? People are afraid to go to school because they might get shot in terms of these mass shootings that we have, right? So how do we talk about these really important, the hurt, the pain? How can we center that in terms of our educational instruction and lead from that space? And I think breathing is a really important part of that, being embodied, allowing students to really share their feelings, allowing us to even show up as our full selves to these types of presentations and these types of webinars that can be very stale, but actually having us bring our whole person to the table, I think is hugely important, and something that a lot of institutional spaces really need to consider as we go forward.
Yes, thank you. Like I said, we are out of time. I believe we are now at lunch. And so we will reconvene here for the next panel, I believe at 1:15 Arizona time. Is that, or is it 1 or 1:15?
1:30.
1:30, okay, 1:30, I was wrong on both counts. We'll reconvene at 1:30. Everybody enjoy your lunch. Again, thank you to our brilliant scholars, and everyone have a great day. I hope to see everybody in the next panel.
Dun, dun, dun. Showtime. Time to shine. Showtime. Yo time. Got a bevy of bad boys with ankle mounted tall. They hit her with bandos, they quick to pop off. Give a fuck about landlord when we some outlaws. Baby, you can get Randolph, a nigga knocked off. Ooh, bitch, you better. Ooh, bitch, you better. Ooh, bitch, you better. Fuck, I hit her 'cause you should know.